keep going off with that, because halving your win percentage doesn't do anything anymore. Bloodthorn Vampire. Yeah, what about Bloodthorn Vampire? Is that better? Whatever, I'll try optimizing the Zubera deck at some later point. Let's focus on beating our opponent here in the challenge now. I guess I should be hiding the random text that I have floating on the screen so it isn't in the way anymore. Boggles. Oh, that is not good for my current hand. That is not at all good. Because, I mean, the Boggles game 1 matchup is atrocious regardless. You're just trying to draw like all 3 of your prismatic strands and somehow get there. But like my draw is slow in terms of putting pressure on my opponent. I have 0 of my prismatic strands in hand currently. Though I guess if I find an untapped 4th land, then I get to Battle Screech pretty quickly. So maybe that helps. Because I can like Skyfisher into Battle Screech and then hopefully use my following turns on prismatic strands by drawing those. But yeah, the matchup is pretty tough. And my current list has a little bit too low of an amount of hate. So like Armadillo Cloak or Ancestral Mask here already pretty much locks up the game for game 1. One of these two. And it's actually close. I think I'll bounce the clue again because I do need to go aggro. Hope my opponent doesn't gain any life here and then I can potentially raise. And also, yeah, my next turn is going to be like Battle Screech plus Flash It Back. Okay, we're just dead. Armadillo Cloak. They hit me for 6 and get out of range. So now I literally need to draw all of the prismatic strands in a row. So yeah, I think keeping this Raven Inspector on the board was forced though, because otherwise I lose out on this attack. Yeah. So if my top card is Prismatic Strands and then 2 cards deeper is another Prismatic Strands and then another one, I still have like a small chance. But yeah, I don't want to be facing this. I guess it doesn't make a difference whether I block here or not, because like this one's going to be lethal regardless. I guess I can make the Thraben Inspector block, but no, this is also Journey to Nowhere target. Yeah, I think going to 5 doesn't really make that big of a negative difference. I need to find my Prismatic Strands anyways, otherwise I'm not racing this Armadillo Cloak, and then the warrior doesn't have a profitable attack anymore next turn. Well, maybe this is backfiring now because I need to put more toughness in front of the Boggle. And that might be hurtful to my chances. God damn. So how much? I need to only block this with 2 toughness, assuming there's no extra enchantments coming onto it, and I can't really do a great job of beating extra enchantments regardless, especially because they're going to end up at like 37 life here. Can replay the Inspector. Then I don't have Bolt open. Is that relevant? I don't really feel like it's relevant. The warrior doesn't have great attacks into my board regardless. Yeah, then this block is kind of necessary. I can also like never fight this down because they can just, I guess if I'm blocking with everything and they like first strike down 6 power worth of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess if I block with literally everything, but then they get their Rancor back. I don't know, I'll hold everything back. Maybe there's some tiny amount of chance I can make that happen. I've been streaming since January, so like a little under 3 months, and I decided to stream because I'm playing so much Magic Online anyways. Why not share it? And also, it's pretty entertaining to me to just have like people to talk to when I play, and I can share some of my insights. It's kind of like nice to be streaming. So can I even survive here? 14 damage, so I can have to block. No, so I'm just super dead. Yeah, this game 1 against Bogus is tough, and my current sideboard isn't even that great for it, so even the post-board games are pretty tough. Yeah. Like, I thought my chance was already pretty close to 0, but yeah, the mask definitely locks it up. Probably want this as well. These are like obvious, they help me interact. And in this matchup I would like to have a Patrician Scorn or Ray of Revelation, but I currently don't, so I'm not even improving my chances that much by sideboarding. Better Screech seems kinda irrelevant. And probably these journey, yeah, probably want all of these journeys out of here. Like, there's some tiny chance that journey helps against maybe I want lone missionaries more than I want lightning bolts. These help me raise, but lone missionaries can buy me some time and offer like a blocker. Yeah, if I draw standard bearer and like a bunch of prismatic strands into Palace Sentinels every game, then it's fine. But definitely a tough matchup. Like, there's a tiny chance this helps against like an Aurak Gnarlet, but most lists don't even play that. Okay, I'll try this. Maybe the Lone Missionary buys me a turn. Also, it can occasionally offer like a blocker for the Boggles, so if there's no first strike on it yet, they have to watch out how much toughness their Boggle has, and maybe some of those turns they don't get to attack. But yeah, pretty tough matchup, because we're built to kill all the creatures in all the creature matchups, and they are built to be immune to removals, so naturally they end up being pretty well prepared for us. I think Skydown won. I haven't thanked you for your follow yet, even though it was a bit ago. Thank you for your follow as well. Okay, so let's hope to cheese them out with Prismatic Strands twice. Though they can still board in like Flaring Pain to deal with that. Feels bad, man. The double board scares in hand, though. I mean, it has Cracked Enchantment, but other than that, the hand itself isn't even that great. Well, 5 cards it is. Come on, just give me like Ancient Den, Great Furnace, Standard Bearer, Electricity, and Prismatic Strands or something. 5 card hand, not much to ask for. Come on. Well, guess this has to do. Hand doesn't actually do anything, but it's better than a random. 4 cards. So yeah, still have to top deck something relevant here, because all 3 of the spells I have don't actually do much. And they kept on 7, so feels like I'm pretty dead. Standard Bearer next turn might still help. Most of the time Electricity isn't good enough anymore after a turn, because they can suit up their Boggle and get it out of range with like a Cartouche here. Okay. Or an Umbra, I guess. Hyena Umbra, is it? Yeah. Ethereal Armor, sure. Yeah, so their draw is insane and my draw is awful. Feels bad, man. Well, so far it doesn't trample, so these missionaries can still buy some time, but if I don't have a great way of dealing with the Boggle anymore, then I'm not certain how buying time really helps me. I guess I need my core sanctifier to start picking off their enchantments, and then I can bounce it back to my hand and pick off more enchantments. Because I don't even have a single artifact to Kraglen Shaman. So yeah, the usual prismatic strands into more prismatic strands while becoming the Monarch line still applies, but feels like I'm down to somewhere in the 5% range already. I mean, these still buy me time for racing, as my opponent did not have, or was unable, no, I guess they had 3 mana available, so they didn't have any of the high impact 3-drops, Armadillo Cloak or Mask, but it looks like they found one now, obviously. Well, guess my challenge undefeated streak from last week comes to an end. And yeah, the matchup is pretty uncomfortable. Letting them become the Monarch doesn't seem great. I think I'll look for standard bear right here and then hope to find prismatic strands or core sanctifier next turn. So Vial or Lone Missionary for the bounce. Probably better to bounce the Vial, yeah. Well, I'm not even like racing anymore, that's the problem. If they have lifelink available, you're just super screwed. I guess I would prefer to block with the Lone Missionary and go to 1 if that is possible, though like any enchantment already pumps it multiple times with Ethereal Armor. So most likely the core Skyfisher has to block. Sure. Yep, I'm at 1. Well, they didn't have an enchantment in hand, so that means they likely have like extra boggles or have access to Flaring Pain, which the Flaring Pain we can't really beat. The extra boggles are like irrelevant to our current position. Well, no longer irrelevant, because I've needed to at least draw an untapped land so that I can cast the prismatic strands that I draw into right on time. But now it wouldn't really have mattered anymore. I guess we destroy this and then it is a 5 power attacker. So then like double block with these, block here. So yeah, casting this would have still saved me. But no, we're dead on board. Yeah. Feels bad. Matchup is rough, and I'm kind of low on hate for it at the moment because I think it's not a particularly good deck in general. But yeah, it's good against us. So that's unfortunate. I guess we have more time to play.